Revelation chapter 6, and start at the 12th verse.
Okay, verse 12. And I beheld, when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood.
Right, this is talking about the very end. All right, I mean the scriptures speak about the seventh angel and the seventh seal, but this is something that was leading up to the end of the earth, to the end of the so-called white man, not the end of the earth, the end of the so-called white man, or the end of Esau's rulership.
Yes.
Go ahead.
It says, verse 13, and the stars of heaven fell into the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs.
Right, the stars of heaven fell onto the earth, meaning that the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that the so-called white man had at one time to keep his so-called nation afloat is falling. That's why Yahushua said, I have seen Satan as lightning falling from heaven. Because when he saw them falling at the end, when they were falling hard and they were falling fast.
And to add to what the elder Ramla is saying, because when those missiles come, it's not gonna be it ain't gonna be a drawn out process. The scriptures say in one day and in 1 hour. See, because all the missiles are gonna come, it's gonna be lightning quick. That's why Yahweh Shai said he saw Satan fall from heaven like lightning, man. Because when the missiles all come, boy, it's gonna be a quick thing, man.
That's
so
right.
even though right now it's like dragging,
it's gonna take an hour.
It's gonna take an hour at the end of this thing, man.
That's right. It's gonna take an hour to destroy America. From one point to the next.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 14. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together.
And this goes hand in hand with Isaiah the 34th chapter. And when the missiles hit, you see pictures of missiles when they hit, and that you see that cloud of fire come up. When you see the heavens, they look like a scroll rolled together. Go ahead.
And every mountain and island were moved out of their place.
Right, all these different governments, big governments and small governments, they're not going to have that authority and power anymore, even though they're going to still be intact when this thing happens, but they're going to be moved, because when the time comes and we come back, we're going to kick them out of their rulership position. Go ahead.
And the kings of the earth and the great men
and the kings of the earth, which are all these different rulers, and the great men, go ahead.
And the great men, and the rich men,
and the rich men, go ahead.
And the chief captains,
right? These different generals and lieutenants and these high-ranking officers in the military.
And the mighty men,
these different green berets and all the other, super special tactics, whatever. Go ahead.
And every bondman,
and the slaves that are here in America. Go ahead.
And every free man,
right? And these higher ups and the so-called nobles. Go ahead.
Hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains.
So you're gonna be hiding it. Even you so-called international bankers, when the time comes, you're gonna be hiding. You're gonna be running to these retreats. That's why you created these different retreats. That's why you created different outer space. You created them space stations and them different cave retreats and them different fallout shelters.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be trying to run to them places when the Yahushua comes back. Because you know the scripture. You know that the Lord's coming back. But you're going to get messed up. But you're going to survive, though. You're going to survive the fallout. You're going to survive the debris. You're going to survive this destruction, because you're going to be the first slaves that are going to be carted into slavery. Go ahead, out.
And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us.
Right, you're going to be in these shelters, and you're going to be wanting them shelters to protect you.
Yeah.
Fall on us, meaning, protect us. Go ahead.
And hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne.
Right, because you're telling everybody that the Most High don't exist. Zeitgeist. That's nothing. The story of Jesus is the story of Horus and these different things that happen in history of Joseph. Joseph was nothing but another story of a pharaoh, and Abraham was another pharaoh in Egypt, and this guy was another pharaoh in Egypt. So basically the bottom line is that you teaching all that BS But that stuff ain't gonna save you. That stuff is gonna be the demise of you so-called white people, you Edomites, especially you international bankers. So go ahead, brother.
And from the wrath of the Lamb.
Right, because the Lamb, which is Yahweh Shai, is the one that's gonna come and destroy you. But you so-called international bankers, you're not gonna be destroyed. Just your empire, which Esau is the end of the world, your empire is gonna fall, but you're gonna be the first crop of slaves. Go ahead.
For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand?
So you're not going to be able to stand in these last days, you so-called white people and you international bankers. Alright, so with that, we're going to close this up. Hopefully you learned something. Until the next time, we say shalom.
Shalom.